Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be sharing how I do my makeup, or at least how I do my makeup when my 3 children let me actually get ready properly, and how I do my makeup when I can be bothered, because I don't always look like this. So if you would like to see how I do my makeup, what products I'm using and that kind of thing, then keep watching and beware, because in the next clip I'm not going to have any makeup on. So sorry for scaring you with the state of me at the moment. The first thing that I'm going to do is just quickly pull back the top part of my hair because it always gets in the way and it's really annoying. That's a bit better. I've also just put my contact lenses in, and I think I've slightly blinded myself in this eye in the process. So yeah, my eyes are a bit watery, but we'll be fine. So the first thing that I've done is started with my face cream. I've just left this soaking in while I was doing my contacts and like faffing away with some laundry. This is the Body Shop Vitamin E cream. It's actually the night cream, both because I've run out of the day cream, and also because my skin is quite dry at the moment. I think it is the lovely British winter weather. The weather has been crazy recently. We've had like a storm going, we've had snow, we've had sunshine, we've had like milder days, but fingers crossed like it soon starts to warm up, because I'm a bit bored, to be honest, of being cold all the time. But what I'm going to go in with next is my primer. I've mentioned this so many times and I've done like past makeup videos and favourites videos and things like that, but this is the Laura Mercier foundation primer, and it's the Radiance one. And my goodness, the amount of times I've bought this now, is one of those high-end products that I really do feel like is worth having, and it's brilliant. It just gives you that kind of lip from within, like I've got a pregnancy glow but I'm not pregnant kind of look, and I just love it. This is running low actually, so I'm getting every last drop out of it. So I've got about that much on my finger. I'm just going to spread it between my face quite evenly and rub that into the skin. So it acts as a primer for your makeup, helps it last a bit longer, but it also, as I mentioned, gives you a lovely glow. So for foundation, I'm just pondering what to use. I think I'm going to go in with this today, and it's a funny one actually. When I first bought this, it's the It Cosmetics CC cream. I really didn't get on with it. I have it in the shade medium. I was postpartum at the time, and my skin, like, I just wasn't happy with the coverage. I think it was probably going from having like beautiful pregnancy skin to really crappy hormonal skin, like being tired and all of that. Just didn't get on with it, but I picked it out of my drawer recently because I was just seeing what was in there, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go because loads of people love it, and I've actually got on with it quite well this time. I don't know if it's that time of year, maybe it's like my winter skin prefers it more, but I'm going to use this today. In terms of coverage, it says it's a full coverage cream. However, I think in terms of foundation, I would say it's like a medium coverage, probably, like even pushing towards light. But I've just got one large pump on my hand. It smells very spa-like if you've never tried it before. You can get this in Boots now because I've seen the stands around when I visited, and I'm just gonna spread that all over my face. I like to use my fingers just because, I don't know, I find it quicker than faffing around with too many brushes in the morning. And I just like apply it and then go and wash my hands and then crack on with the rest of my face. So I just prefer to do it that way. So that's the CC cream on, and I love the effect that it gives. I do feel like it colour corrects, and I do feel like it evens out my skin tone without it being like too much. I just love the effect that it gives, so I'm really pleased that I've given that a go. But now I do need to conceal some other areas. I'm sure you can still see my eye bags from where you're sat right now because they are bad. I have like quite dark under eye circles anyway when I'm like fully nourished with sleep, but when I'm sleep deprived in particular, they are really bad. And Stan has started teething again after a couple of good weeks, so I'm preparing myself for the worst. But I've also got a few hormonal spots that I want to cover up and some hyperpigmentation here. I really struggle when I get a breakout because my skin just likes to hold on to the marks. Like the scarring just takes ages to go down on me, and it really annoys me. I don't know if you can see, all of this is just hyperpigmentation. It's not any spots at all. It's very annoying. I'm gonna pop a bit under my under eyes. Excuse me using the viewfinder as a mirror because otherwise I can't really tell what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna put a bit on my forehead because I have a strawberry birthmark there. Daisy also has one in the exact same place, and I'm just going to try and cover that up a little bit as well because it can just look a bit odd on me sometimes. I don't know if I said what concealer I was using, by the way, but this is the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and it's in the shade light beige. This is holy grail for me. My skin really likes it. It does a really good job, as you can probably tell, of covering up any imperfection. And then now I'm going to go on to my Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. I've been using this for years and it just does a really good job. I also love the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I have the glow version, but this is my special occasions, like out kind of thing, or like birthdays, Christmas, that kind of thing. I try and use it sparingly because Laura Mercier is expensive, and you know, I don't need anything fancy for day to day. So I've just lightly dusted this onto my skin and it's just set everything in place. But I am going to go on to contour now. I don't contour every day. Like if I'm doing a full face of makeup, I will, because it just makes sense. Because when you put a lot of coverage onto your face, you can see that my face has gone a lot flatter and it doesn't have much definition or natural like shape to it. So I like to add it in with this, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and I like the Light Sculpt shade, which is this one here that I've used a lot of. I got this for Christmas of my brother and his girlfriend Nikki. Nikki did a very good job choosing this because I love it. I've never ever tried cream contour before, but I'm really enjoying using this at the moment. So I'm using a brush here. It's actually a Real Techniques flat foundation brush, but I prefer to use this to mark the contour, and then I buff in with an actual contour brush from Real Techniques. If you have not got any brushes yet, like makeup brushes, that kind of thing, the Real Techniques sets are brilliant and they're quite affordable. I also have a few e.l.f. brushes. I've got a few MAC ones. I've got some Sigma ones, all sorts, but Real Techniques are like the best price point I find. So what I'm going to do is just mark where the natural contour of my face would be. Now initially you can laugh, it's fine, I know I look a bit weird, but once I blend it in I will just suddenly get a little bit of definition shape back, which I need to stop me looking like the moon sometimes. So as you can see, I follow like the natural like hollows of the face, so like your cheekbones. I also highlight the areas that will get a bit of natural sun. So the top of your head typically, especially when the weather's nice, will sort of tan and catch the colour a little bit quicker than the rest of your face because it's the highest point on your face. And then I'm also doing underneath my chin, giving myself a proper jawline back there. And then I'm just going to blend everything in so it doesn't look quite so mental. Right, so that's done. I always feel weird in these videos because I am not a beauty YouTuber by any stretch of the imagination, but I get asked for them quite a lot, and like I'm happy to do them, but I just hope everybody knows that like I am by no means an expert, and this is just how I do it that works for me. But that's the thing with makeup, I think you've got to do what feels right for you. You've got to put your makeup on the way that feels good for you, because everybody's skin is different. Everyone likes different products, and different products work differently on different people, don't they? So all I'm doing now is buffing basically. So I'm using circular motions, little mini circular motions, just to buff that into the skin. And then all of a sudden that harsh line that you saw initially is turned into a lovely sculpted cheekbone, which I don't really have, but you know, gotta fake it until you make it and stop eating all the cheese, Charlotte. So next up I go on to blush. I've got two here to show you that are quite similar but completely different in cost. So the first one is the Bobbi Brown Brightening Brick in Tawny. I love this. I've had this for quite a while, and as you can see it's nearly all gone, but it's a beautiful, like, it's like a quad of different shades, and you just swirl your brush in it and it's just, they're gorgeous on the skin. But Bobbi Brown is very expensive. So then on the flip side, I saw this the other day when I was in Boots, and it's the Collection Gorgeous Glow, and this is just in, it's a blush block, it's #1, but they're quite similar in tones and they do a similar job. So I'm really pleased that I picked this up because it's very pretty. But I'm in the mood for a bit of Bobbi Brown today because it's just what I want to use, so I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to swirl my brush and then dust it onto the apples of my cheeks. And then just to finish my base off for you, I'm going to go in with a highlighter. Now this is actually a miniature Becca Opal highlighter. My usual highlighter, which is the Charlotte Tilbury one, it comes in a set, has smashed everywhere. And I thought I would get this like as a mini just to try and see if I like it, and so far so good. It's like a champagne shade, and I'm just going to swirl my little highlighter brush here. It's a Morphe one, and I'm just going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones. Swirl that up there, I like to dust any left over on the tip of my nose, and then sometimes I just put some here on my temples where you would naturally get a bit of glow from the sun. And then what you can do is pop a little bit on your cupid's bow on your inner corners of your eyes as well. But if I do that, I'll probably do that at the end when I've done my like eyeshadow and my lips, so as not to like get in the way. So now I'm going to get on with my eyeshadow, and eyeshadow really is like a full face of makeup occasion for me. Don't always wear it, but the set that I'm using today is the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy, and this is a bit of me. Loads of beautiful warm tone shades that I feel like it's universal, like all year round you could use this and get like complimentary looks for certain seasons and that kind of thing. And I just love warm tones in general, like when it comes to makeup or clothing or like the home. It's just my kind of thing. So what I'm going to go in with first is a bit of Gingerbread Glam, which is this matte kind of warm brown shade here, and I'm going to put that in the crease of my eye. I do this very quickly, like when I'm getting ready in the morning with my 3, running around and causing mischief and getting ready for school and stuff. If I do have time to do my like a proper full face of makeup to make myself feel better, I still have to be quick about it because time is of the essence, and you never know if someone's going to do like a rogue poo or get toothpaste on their school jumper or like start a fight, because all of those things happen, and you just need to be quick about it. So all I do is take that colour, run it through my crease. It doesn't look very good at the moment at all, but then what I do is that I blend it, and blending just stops it from looking like your 3-year-old daughter's done it. And it's just a lot quicker and easier. Like I don't have time to build up the colour, and this just works for me. So that's the initial colour on, and now I'm going to go in with Spicy Mammy. I like that. This is like a shimmery copper colour. It's beautiful, and I'm just going to take that on a flat brush, and I'm going to pop that from like the latter 2/3 of my eyelid, so not the inner one, but just starting from here. I'm going to brush it out across my eyelid because I'm going to put a lighter colour in my inner corner just to brighten up my eyes, which is always a good tip when you are feeling knackered. So that's that done, but then finally I'm going to go in with Lick the Spoon, which is this nice like pinky champagne shade here, and I'm just going to take that on my inner corner, like that first third of my eyelid, and blend into Spicy Mammy, which name just makes me smile. Funny. And then that is essentially my eyeshadow done. So there's nothing too technical, you don't need loads of brushes, and it's quite quick and easy as well. So that's my eyelids done, and then now I'm going to move on to my eyeliner. So the eyeliner that I'm using here is the Ico one. Again, this was a birthday gift. So this is the That's Where I Draw the Line I Do liquid eyeliner, and I've never tried this before, but I really love it. Now what I tend to have to do is slightly stretch out my lid. I know that people say that this is bad for your eyelids and aging and all of that, but like what is also bad for me is ruining my makeup or accidentally stabbing myself in the eye with an eyeliner. So I'm gonna have to look over here to do this, because otherwise it's just not gonna work. But I start on the outside, and I literally just drag it across my eye. I don't do anything too thick or bold, and this has come from years of practice because eyeliner was like in when I was growing up, and I've just like perfected my technique now. So that's the eyeliner done, and it's like my signature look. You know how some people like just always wear a red lip, or they'll always like, I don't know, have the hair a certain way or whatever. Like eyeliner and a bit of like a warm smoky eye is just what I naturally go for. I feel like I look most like me. But now what I'm going to go on to is my mascara, and this was like a little mini that I got for Christmas, and it's the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. Now this is a very wet formula. I feel like I've gotten on with the miniature better than I would a full size because it dries out a little bit quicker. But if you're wanting something a bit more budget friendly, the Paradise Static one by L'Oreal Paris, I think it is. Yeah, it is L'Oreal Paris, it's on the label. This is cracking. But I'm going to use this today just because this is quick and easy, and it was the closest one to me, to be honest. So I just kind of wiggle it up from the bottom of my lashes to the tip, and then I also like to blink really slowly onto the brush just to get a little bit of lift, and this is a really nice formula, as I said, once it's dried out a bit. It's really easy to use. So that's my mascara done, and I'm just quickly messaging Mark back. He's made me laugh because he sent me a screen grab of an email from our builders, and we owe our deposit ready for starting at the beginning of March, and he's just put gulp, and I've replied with vom, because it's still, it's one of those where I'm like, I can't actually believe it's happening, but it just feels like such a big deal. And you know, when you're like, I really want to do this for our family, but also it's like terrifying because it's so much money. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. So what I'm going to go on with now are my eyebrows. I'm going to use this, which I spoke about in a recent favourites video actually, and it's the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I have the shade 3, which is like a good medium brown shade, not too warm and not too dark, which some of them I find like don't always come up right. It has a brush on one end, so I'm just going to quickly brush through my brows. They probably could do with a bit of a pluck and a tidy up, to be honest, but I can't be bothered to do that today, so that's not happening. And then on the other end, you just have this really fine roll up pencil, and what I'm going to do is just run that through my brows. Like, they have gotten a little bit better since the teenage years, when it was like in for my generation to just pluck the shit out of them and ruin them forever. So they're doing all right now. Like, they've got quite a good shape, but they just like need thickening up in parts. I'm just going to run that through, and I just feel like this frames the face and just makes you look a little bit more neat and put together. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just the difference between having like a bit of a tidier brow to having one that just looks a bit weak by comparison. And then what I'm going to do is just finish the other side. So that's my brows done, and now the final thing that I need to go on to is my lips. So I'm going to go in with this NYX lip pencil, forgot what it's called then, and this is in the shade, I think it's Toujours or Ever. It has two names, I'm not really sure, but I will leave it linked down below for you. It's like a really good my lips but better, but a slightly darker shade on me, so it gives a bit more definition. And I'm just gonna quickly outline them really. I'm not going to make them any thicker or anything like that. I just want to define them a bit more, because I find that for my skin colour my lips are very pale, and that's why I usually have something on them just so I don't look like a corpse. So that's those done. I like to fill in just a little bit here and a little bit on my Cupid's bow, just to give a bit more definition there as well. And then I'm going in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm, which I've spoken about before so many times. I absolutely love it. And I'm just going to fill that in. I was this close to finishing, but doorbell, 1 second. I'm back. It was a birthday present for Stan from Argos for my grandma. I ordered it for them just to make it a bit easier for them, so that has come. But now, slightly out of breath there, I'm going to pop on this Lanolips ointment. It's like a 101 ointment, it's a multi-balm, it smells like pear, but I just feel like it adds like a nice gloss to the lips, which I've never got a problem with really. So, there you go. Oh, don't you hate it when your hair won't sit right? Anyway, that is the finished look. This is how I do my face when I have enough time, and when I want to do like a nice face and makeup that makes me feel better, then this is what I tend to do at the moment. It will change throughout the year. Like, I'll wear like less heavy makeup when it's more like summery and like lighter shades and stuff, but at the moment this is what I like to do, and it just makes me feel better about myself. I do have days where I don't wear any makeup, like this weekend all weekend I haven't worn any makeup whatsoever, and then there are days when I do the school run where I will literally just conceal what needs concealing, and then like tidy up my brows a little bit, slick of mascara and a bit of blush and highlighter just to make me look rejuvenated and youthful, even though I'm really not, and then I'm good to go. But if you would like to see like a quick makeup when I'm in a rush, when I'm just having a day where I really can't be bothered doing anything like this, then let me know and I will do it. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I hope it was alright. But I'm gonna go now and crack on with some more work. But I hope you have a lovely day whatever you're up to, and I will hopefully see you very soon. Bye.